Welcome to Body Activation Explorations. Today is hip flexion and hip internal rotation, all with the straight leg. So we will start out with our journaling process. Our journaling process will cover, number one, what are you currently feeling? Where do you feel what in your body? And we want you to accurately describe that. And from there, how is it affecting how you move? We will do 6 to 12 repetitions on each side and make sure that there is no cramping and it's pain-free in all the positions. The controlled pace that we will take is 3 seconds up and 3 seconds down. And ultimately, we're looking for a position that is difficult to control and that is pain-free. So keep your eyes peeled for that. So if you need to pause the video just to journal that all out, go for it. Otherwise, we are starting in the standing position, and what we're going to do is we're going to lightly rotate the left leg in and lightly out. What we're looking for here is exactly what position feels okay to spin the hip in. We're going to start with that internal hip position where the foot's pointing in and slowly bring the leg back and the leg forward. Notice that my left hand is on top of my hip to see how everything is participating. I'm going pretty slow so that momentum is pretty much out of the picture. We just want to see how it feels when that leg is moving forward and leg is moving back. We want to make sure that all of this is done without any cracking, any popping. It should just feel smooth. And we're going to do that on the opposing side as well as we spin. You can either do it from the heel or the ball of the foot. See which one feels better and more natural. And again, I'm going to bring that leg forward to back. I'm also bracing myself with the opposite hand on the table. You can use a wall, you can use a table, you can use a chair. My thigh is also braced on the side of this table, massage therapy table. And I keep that foot rotated in as my thigh goes all the way forward and all the way back under control in what is pain-free and fully explored and controlled. Because again, we're looking for the movement and the position that is difficult to control but is pain-free without any cramping. So I really want you to pay attention to that. Now we're going to move to our back, and we're going to do exactly the same thing that we did when we were standing. We're going to start with figuring out how that leg rotates in. I'm going a little fast, and then from there I'm slowly going to bring it up. And as we're going through this, I make sure that I'm in a rotated position where there is no cramping, no pain, and again I'm feeling out how high I can bring my leg without using a whole lot of momentum. So it's rather slow. It takes me about 2 seconds to raise it up and 2 seconds to lower it. And I'm not dropping it. I'm just slowly letting it down, being fully aware of what the rest of my body is going through. And that's also why my hands are on my stomach. I'm monitoring what my abs are going through. Now my right hip feels a little stuck, so I spent a little more time rotating out and in. And as I'm doing it, you notice that my right leg isn't going quite as high as what my left is going. And I'm just respecting that. So again, that's on my list of motions that are hard to control. And this one feels a little bit tight for me. So I'm making sure that I note that I do feel a little bit of resistance or discomfort when I'm raising my right leg versus no discomfort when I raise my left leg. Now I'm going to go over to my right hip. Again, I take that left leg and I slowly rotate in and out. So I find a comfortable position and I start bringing that leg forward to back, trying to keep it parallel with the table. And we're going to go through a different exercise down the road where we bring that leg up even higher. And I'm having trouble keeping that thigh parallel. Try not to have it go up and back. Try to keep it the same height all the way forward and all the way back. Maintaining that foot rotated in can be a pretty big chore. Make sure that, again, that the hip feels okay as you're going forward to back while you keep that foot rotated. And make a note if you can't. Now we're going to do this with the leg off the table. This exercise can be done on the ground flat, but it's a lot better off the edge of a bed. We have some room for that leg to go down and up, so you can explore it while you're on your stomach. Also, massage tables work really well here because you can grab the opposite end of the massage table to keep you nice and square so you have something to brace with. Now we're going to make our way to the other side of the table and rinse and repeat. Do the same thing, turning that left foot in and slowly bringing it up and down, and noticing how well you can control it and how good it feels on the body. Does it feel okay? Does it not feel okay? That's exactly what we're after. Trying to find those positions that are difficult to control but are pain-free is the exact thing that we're looking for. So make sure, again, you keep your eyes peeled for that. And lastly, we're going to spin to our left hip. I bend that left knee to give myself some support. I rotate that right foot in and out to find what feels good for rotation inside of my hip. And from here, I'm moving my leg forward to back again. And I notice that going forward is a lot more difficult than going back in this position. And I remember that I had a little bit of clunking in the hip, so I had very little control when I brought the whole leg forward, which I was respecting. I also support my head on top of my arm, while I also take that top arm and support my whole body going forward and back. So this is a total body exercise, not just a leg exercise. Okay, now that we're finished, we're going to go into our second journaling prompts. What do you feel now compared to when you started? Where do you feel it? And can you accurately describe that feeling? And how can you move now compared to when you started? So, what position was the most difficult and pain-free that we are going to take into our next exercise series?